and we have a clash of ranked opponents coming up in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Irish, South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see the number 24 team in the country, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Notre Dame lining up to kick off and get this one started. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Takes a handoff. It's Ott. They believe in that running game. Got 6 before he stopped at the 23.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Makes the grab. It's up. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Quarterback run is part of their game plan. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Sooners will line it up on 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Mateer. The short hands, it's Gibson. Hard-nosed, determined effort to work his way up to the 35-yard line.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes, he's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
And the Sooners in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They go to the ground. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. He'll have enough for the 1st down, and they stop him at the 45.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
And just an awesome job by that defender on that play. Great awareness, and he had his eyes on the quarterback, so he saw the ball thrown, and as such, he was able to go and swat it away.
About shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on 3rd down. Looking for a man. It's Mateer. Got it in the middle. It's Gibson. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. The Sooners decide to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. The give to the tailback. Breaks into the open. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Incomplete behind the receiver. Maybe this freshman got a little too anxious.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking for a gap. It's Love. Gets it past the 1st down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
Really want to try to pick up at least half of the yardage needed on 1st and 10. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking downfield, it's Carr. Under fire. Caught behind the line. It's Pauly. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
I don't know that there's a harder position in football to play than cornerback. You know, all the space in the game, the speed of the game, the big bodies out wide. But to be able to break on those short passes and be an open field tackler like that and give up no yards and protect deep, that's a nice job by the corner.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Here's the pressure. Makes the grab. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the 1st quarter. We've reached the end of the 1st quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the 2nd. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. He's going to take off, and that'll be enough to give Notre Dame a 1st down.
3rd down, I got this. I'll take this myself. He makes the read quickly. He calls his number. He has confidence in himself. Goes and gets the 1st down.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Time to take a shot. He caught it, and he will score. Touchdown, Notre Dame.
And that touchdown just got this whole place going, didn't it? You got everybody doing the Irish jig. Touchdown, Jesus is happy. You got the leprechaun, he's dancing. The energy in this place right now is on another level after that score. No wonder this is such a tough place to come in and try to get a win on the road.
They get set for the point after as we have the 1st score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They put together an 81-yard drive. And they finish with a big play, a touchdown strike from the 46. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. They're looking for something, looking for anything to try to put some kind of score on the board, down 7-0. Pulls it in. It's up. And he's still running after the move. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Guys, Oklahoma's transition to the SEC in 2024 taught them a lesson that you might be able to get by at times without offensive consistency, but you won't thrive. So what kind of pressure, David, is the new guy under center under?
A lot of pressure, but obviously the experience, the transfer over. He was the top guy at that spot in the transfer portal. You bring in a new offensive coordinator, new weapons around him, so a revamped new Oklahoma offense. They're hoping they will match their defense, and those wins will go up and up and up.
Back to pass, it's Mateer. That's caught. It's Sategna. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. When a defense is in zone coverage, Jesse, they want to react. How do you react to a howitzer coming out like that?
Not much you can do because this guy's got a cannon. You saw all the eyeballs on defense.
Picked off. A rare misread and mistake from this quarterback. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48. Here come the Irish, back on offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David.
Trying to take it back. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big gain for the offense.
Notre Dame will come to the line after that huge gain and try to keep the momentum going. Quickly to the tight end.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
The Irish might opt to take a shot here on 2nd and inches. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Notre Dame lines up quickly. Unloads quickly. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. On the move. He's going to lose a yard on that one. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Might be calling a hot route. To the air. It's Carr. Got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Irish. That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Boise State is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Kent State. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. The give to the back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And you want to run the football, that's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. The short hands, it's Gibson. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
The thing I like about the slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route run. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel in the ground. They're able to break on the ball and force the incompletion.
Punt is on its way. And it'll be down right there.
And the punter pulling out his pitching wedge on that. Look at the spin on this ball. It just died as soon as it hit the ground. Beautiful job.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. They'll move the wide receiver. Give to the running back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain. No harm, no foul.
Tight end now in motion. Right back to the well. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll go to the ground. Got the first down and more. There he goes. It'll be a first down as he gets it to the 24-yard line. Clock still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. Scanning the field, it's Carr. Creates a little room. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Sooners will kick it off to start the second half. Coming out with it, it's Young. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They open this 3rd quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
They'll give it to the back. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
And look, I know this offense made some adjustments at halftime, and they couldn't wait to get back out on the field and try to generate a score, but their defense is playing lights out. So to me right now, this is a no-brainer. After the incompletion on 3rd, just punt it away and let your defense eat.
And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Mateer. Got a man, it's Burks. He'll be run out of bounds, but there is a flag on the play. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
And the Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Gibson. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here. The Sooners have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. They'll leave it with him. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
And they bring the blitz. I mean, you could tell they want to make him feel uncomfortable as quick as possible, and you can see him. He takes off with the football, and they just trying to get to him, try to get him on the ground. But this defense choosing to blitz right now in this football game.
And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man there. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the 1st down. Now you got to keep it going.
First and goal and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Touchdown Sooners! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And I think this is really the separators in good offense and great offense. Can you throw the football inside the 5-yard line with the tight windows? He can. Nice strike, nice catch, nice execution.
And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. He might want another play. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Makes the catch. It's Love. and a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Well, it's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Running back searching for a hole. Pretty good job of running to get two there to the 32. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. So we open the final period with a third down play. Wants to throw. It's Carr. Caught close to the marker. It's Fields. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
Leaves it with the back. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
Snagged out of the air. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
Quarterback making adjustments. To the air on first down. With the catch, it's Pauly.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football, though.
The Irish come to the line facing second and short. Looking to fire. That's caught. It's loud. And they knocked him down, but he got past the line to gain.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
They'll move the tight end. Oh, it's a reverse. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
Well, this is a receiver that needs to touch the ball in a variety of ways. They're going to throw it to him, but they're also going to get him involved on jet sweeps.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw, it's Carr. He's got it on the move. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it first and goal. Notre Dame right back to the line. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to find its way to the goal line. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. They worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's third and goal. Pressure coming. And it's caught for a touchdown, and that
sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
And it just means more in the SEC. And take a look at how things are playing out here. Georgia is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the momentum may be turning. These dogs have picked themselves up off the canvas before, and they are capable of it again today. It's less than a touchdown lead. They're trailing by 6 to Kentucky. We'll keep an eye on things until the final horn in a game that could shake things up.
He's going for a big play downfield. Snags it on the right. Here he goes. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. From inside the 15, here comes the return. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. They want that clock to run. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
And last week was great for this young man. But, man, again, showing you he can do it at a high level. Just working the whole field, using different guys. He is absolutely on fire right now.
Quick handoff. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. He wants to change this route. Looking for a man. It's Carr. Bringing the heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the fourth quarter.
Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Keeps looking downfield. And he just chucks it into the fourth row.
And I'm going to be really curious to watch this offense and see how much faith and trust they have in themselves and the weather, right? Like, it's passing situation. It's a 2-minute situation. You practice spreading this ball all over the field. Can you do that? Because this is not ideal weather, and you can't make a mistake here.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And this is a tough spot now to be in for this offense because it's 3rd and long. The defense knows you have to pass the football, so they're going to be playing conservative. So what's your play you can dial up? Maybe get half of this back. Like, I know the clock is ticking, but I got to make sure that I maybe cut this down and make it a more manageable 4th down if I don't complete this 3rd and long.
Back to throw, it's Mateer. Got a man, it's Lewis. He stopped at the 32-yard line, not enough for the first down. And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds his man, it's Lewis. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. That one hurts. They thought they'd move the chains on 4th down. Instead, they back up. A full field of defensive backs trying to take away the deep ball. Off play action. Extending the play. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? Looking downfield on first down. Here comes the heat. Fires to the wideout. Played till the final whistle. It falls incomplete, and that's the ball game. How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and